Hey everybody, this is Grace, and pardon the way I'm doing my videos with the pandemic and all. It's too noisy inside, and I'm not going anywhere. So, where I live in north of Dallas in Texas, and we're under at this time. Today's July 10th, 2020. We're under this. We have mandated. We have to wear masks, face coverings, and I just don't go anywhere. As it is. Anyway, I want to talk about in this video some narcissistic type behavior. Some would call them narcissistic, some just call them trolls, toxic people, on and on. This is not a diagnosis of anybody. It's just the behaviors like narcissistic type people or others. And it's about, and it's not just about one social media, but it's about comments that I've gotten, especially more recently. And I've been doing videos on YouTube since next month will be 6 years on my original channel, but on other ones not so much. But I've gotten all kinds of comments, and now some people think that if comments bother you, it's for this reason, or if you talk about them, it's for that reason. It's not a one-size-fits-all kind of thing. Like, I'm going to use these to talk about narcissistic kind of behavior. And pardon me, I'm distracted right now. Once again, there's a little baby lizard on the shrub in front of me. Yeah, there must be maybe there's a bunch of them. Who knows? They're just learning about the world. Anyway, but I've gotten some comments, and, you might be watching this on a different social media, so I'll explain, the different types, a little briefly, about why the comments are certain ways. Anyway. Okay. Now, with the pandemic, a lot of people also are stay at home, and you can kind of expect that trolls, as people call them, would be out, and, these are the kind of people. There's many reasons they do it. It's not a one-size-fits-all. But quite often people say, they just do it because they're taking all their anger out on somebody else, or they get a thrill out of trying to hurt other people. And we all know that there are people out there like that. They get a sick thrill out of thinking that they're going to hurt people, or they're going to stop them, or they're going to somehow mess with their minds and all that kind of good stuff. My thing about trolls, like that, I just block delete them. Some services you just block them, or you can report them as abusive, whatever it is. I just call it block delete, and I can skim it. I was a career student, so skimming is easy, and get the gist of it and block delete, and then go on. And like I said, some people say, well, if you talk about it, then therefore it really bothers you. So, not a one-size-fits-all. Again. Now, one of the reasons I thought to do this was I don't know whether it was this morning or last night, Groundhog Day during this pandemic, seriously. When it was, but somebody had left me a comment, I think it was yesterday, and I hadn't made videos for that channel. I hadn't put anything up. I got burnout really bad, and I wanted to switch to more of a, typing, doing them on PowerPoint. I've done it before. I think I accidentally deleted that video that mentioned all this from yesterday. But, I wanted to do that, and, because I got burnout. It was like Groundhog Day, too much, the same kind of thing, doing videos like this. But anyway, somebody had left, and this is typical, like I'm going to explain YouTube. You go to somebody's YouTube channel, if they have public videos from, some people, they've been doing it for years, they can have public videos from years ago, and people who are new to their channel, anybody that goes to their channel, pretty much can, as far as I know, can see their old videos, and they can leave a comment on them if the comments are, available. Now, I have mine in the comments. You can. I have mine that people can leave comments, but I have to approve them. Nobody else sees those comments but me until I approve them. If I don't approve them, I block them, or report them. Whatever it is, if it's really you know, something. I'll get to that. That's something that I would just report them. But the, you know, otherwise, if they're trolls, block, delete. You know, block their channel if I can, and, you know, delete their comment if I have to do that. I think sometimes it automatically, you know, deletes them. But anyway, somebody had, what I find is typical, and it's not just trolls, but maybe they're warming up, is somebody will go to a really old video, okay, and there's no way I'm going to remember what I said in some really old video. It's good if I remember what I say in a new one. You know, so they'll go to an old one and leave me a comment. Or they'll go to find an old one and leave a comment on somebody else's comment. Now, some people, like I said, 6 years next month on my original channel, back then, and I kind of vaguely remember it, but like if a person left a comment on somebody else's comment, they could just keep commenting, and they can leave really bad comments. Okay, but like I said, I have to approve on mine, and I don't think they know that, and I see them before they go public. Okay, so, you know, they won't go public until I allow them to go public. So they'll leave all kinds of comments, you know, especially if they're trying to promote their own channel. Okay, they're going to go to somebody else's channel and promote their own channel. Now, that kind of thing. Well, today I had, or yesterday, like I said, I hadn't made videos, put videos up. I think it was for almost a week. And somebody had gone to one of these old videos of mine and left a comment, and like I said, nobody sees them until I approve them, and it was basically, sorry, how did it say? I can't take you seriously. Now, it was on a video. Look at this. It was a video that said, narcissists aren't aliens. Now, I don't remember. It was an old one and what exactly I said in it, but I don't know why they would be saying, you know, they can't take me seriously. But my thought was, maybe they think that narcissists are aliens. There are people out there who do think that, you know, they're aliens. Now, I would say maybe a different species. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm laughing here. It's serious, but because there was at one time I was thinking, you know, we used to call these people the Neanderthals, or, you know, some people, for various reasons, different people, we would call them Neanderthals. But maybe it's the Homo sapiens that wiped out all of the Neanderthals from their abusive behaviors. I was making this kind of as a joke, and that those of us who have a little, you know, that were, they said that they inbred, I mean, not inbred, but they had, you know, some of them bred with Neanderthals with Homo sapien Neanderthalis, I think, Homo Neanderthalis or something like that. So those survived, and, you know, those of us that have more of that are the ones that were truly compassionate. And the narcissistic ones are not. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? But I don't know. That person, it just, I want to dig deeper into that. Okay, like I said, I'm going to be using these comments as examples. So imagine somebody telling you that they can't take you seriously. Okay, on a video or on a comment of whatever social media you're on, you wrote something, you did a video of your own, whatever, and they tell you that. You have, to me, I'm looking at this as, they think really highly of their opinion. Oh, I'm laughing. Yeah, you're not going to take me seriously. But no, thinking that their opinion so much matters that they have to leave it. If I find something I don't, you know, I wouldn't take seriously, I just don't watch or I just don't read. There's no need to troll, you know, to be rude and hateful and, you know, when the haters and, you know, say something bad, unless you have a problem. You know, people have always said, it says more about them than it says about you. It's true in many cases, and one size doesn't fit all, but yeah. If they can't, that person just feels compelled to leave that comment, then I must know how they feel. Really think about that. They must know how I feel. Now, I have watched people over years, I don't do so much anymore, that they were giving out like misinformation, or they were truly hate-filled people, and you know, they were attacking certain groups or certain types of people, you know, really bad. And I would feel, you know, or they were doing some kind of scam, and it was a very obvious scam. Or they were using letter words, you know, starting from A going on. I think there's probably one for every letter. But you know what I'm saying? And I mean, you know, I think one time I did feel compelled, and it was in a live chat, and the person blocked me because what I was saying was true. They were working a scam, and it was so obvious. And other people were falling for it and giving money. Some people say, oh, it's none of your business how they get their money. Well, yes, it is when something is against the law. Okay? It's everybody's business, not just mine. It's everybody's business. To point out, you know, seriously, if somebody was, wouldn't you? If somebody was trying to scam some people that were very vulnerable people, for whatever reason, say elderly people, and they were trying to scam them, you would just let it happen, not say anything? So, I mean, there are different reasons why people would leave negative comments. But just to say, I can't take you seriously, I really needed to know that. This person who's never left a comment on, I've never seen this person, it's a YouTube channel, on YouTube you need to use your YouTube channel to comment. They could have just put it up that day, you know, yesterday, or that's all they use that channel for, because there's no videos. They didn't make their own videos or anything. You know, they could just use it just to go around trolling people and getting all their anger out on other people and ruining their day or something. To me, it doesn't ruin my day. It makes me think, this is something I could do a video on. See what I'm saying? Okay. And I've also had comments, not on YouTube, but other places, and some were on, some were not, that the people seem to think that the person making a video should endanger themselves in some way. Let's say financially. It might not be just financially. For their entertainment. I'm serious. Like, I did a video before about, you know, I didn't know it at the time, but it was about crazy neighbor behaviors. Okay? And I had some really a lot of trouble with the woman, but the whole family's moved now, a few years ago. And, but what they were, you know, it was more than one comment they were angry about was that I didn't video it. I didn't film my neighbor and put that neighbor's face and the whole situation on YouTube for the world to see, anybody in the world to see that could. Okay? And they were angry about that. I mean, seriously, really, people? You want people to just think about all kinds of things that could come from this, from doing that. You know, the ones I have seen, they look staged. You know, it's all an act. It's not real. But they really want people to do that. I mean, wow. See, I think we've become too drama-filled world, you know, not just the United States. But from what I've seen, of course, I can't say everybody. It's not all, you know, all people. And it's not one size fits all. And, but just too many people who watch these things, that they want that drama. They want that high or something. They get off of watching negative things, you know. They want to see drama. But anyway, you know, I've had comments that, like that I just mentioned, that, you know, they were upset because I didn't show the neighbors and the situation and all that. And on a different type of video, I don't, you know, there are people who online who really come at you like I'm talking about, and you know, like making this kind of video. And some of them I spell out what you know, when they're doing this kind of con game. And a lot of people, you know, not a lot, but some people do also point out the people who are trying to use and abuse other people, but they don't mention their name. Of course they're not going to mention their name. Some will. But, you know, when they worry about some kind of defamation of character or slander or whatever, you know, they're not going to do that. They're not going to put themselves up. It's more of a beware. Beware of the type who would do this or that. Okay, they may say video or they write it out. And now imagine doing that, and you know, you're making that point that you're not going to mention their name, you're not going to give them their channel, you're not going to give them their Facebook name or what, you know, their Twitter or their Instagram or their whatever. You're not going to give that. And imagine someone thinking that you should, that I want that. I want to view it and see for myself. Really? Really? What kind of behavior would you see that as? That person thinks that they are at such a level in life that you must give them that. You must endanger yourself in that kind of way. You know, set yourself up for some kind of liability or whatever for them. Wow. You know, really. And sometimes it can be like, you know, so, I'm not talking about any certain group or something, but like a group, online group or online website or online whatever, and there's a moderator or a admin or something, and the little bit of power they think that they have, I'm not talking about all of them, of course, just say this type that would do that it goes to their head, and they demand that you do this. Oh my goodness, get a grip. Seriously. Let's move on to something else. Now imagine this. Imagine this. Oh my goodness. On YouTube, I've had this trouble for years. I mean, I'm not the only person. None of this am I the only person, of course, you know. But I'm the one talking about what my experience is. And I've had people who want to promote their channels, like I was saying, that they, like music channels, they want to promote theirs. So they'll pop in their, what is it called, spam. And they leave the same comment, lovely video, really. Or people who want to get more subscribers, those can be both, often are. And I'm subscribed to you, will you subscribe to me? You know, on and on. Over all these years, I have block deleted them. Just block deleted them. You know, because I am not in the business to promote you. Okay? And the bad thing is, they can leave more than one. I've seen them on other channels do the same thing over and over and over. You know, people who don't keep theirs on, that they have to approve them, that just have them open. Anybody can leave any comment, and they might not see it until later on. Well, I just block delete them. I don't want to see that trash. You know, what, you think you're going to con me? Yeah, and some of it seems like such a con. Okay, and then the more recent ones also. Like I say, I just block delete them. Eventually, they run out of channels to write, you know, mine and other people's. Then there were these ones that were doing timestamps. You know, like you can go and watch some other video and a timestamp with pretty girls and hot mamas and stuff like that. Those I reported. Okay, you just click a button and it reports them. Okay, that's it. That's all you have to do. Click. Because seriously, you know, of course I didn't click to see what it was, so I have no idea. And it was a bunch of them, back to back to back, you know, over, I don't know, a month or so. And they just get new channels and do it again from a different channel, from a different one, from a different one. That was, like I said, I didn't click any link. Who knows what kind of virus they were getting. Yeah, but I was not interested anyway, so it's just annoying. But let's see, I'm looking at my notes here. And now I want to talk about this one. Yeah, this is something else. Can you imagine, okay, if you have a Facebook group or a Twitter account, whatever social media, YouTube channel, whatever, and Pinterest, whatever it is, whatever you can see, how many people comment on, how many people are subscribed to it, whatever it is, and somebody comes to your channel, and this is just this same kind of thing, you know, one of those people, and says, you know, insults your channel, your group, your blog, your whatever, insults you, and says that, you know, that they see how bad that it is, and all you need to learn how to do is to promote yourself. And they can help you with how to promote yourself. In other words, they're trying to get business for themselves. But what kind of business? What kind of pardon the allergy attack right then. Oh my goodness, I had a little cough. But what kind of person thinks that's a good business strategy is to go and insult people and say they can help them? I mean, maybe they need to take their own advice somewhere in there and learn, no, you don't insult people. But yeah, I can see that some people would fall for it. Some people would they just tear them down so they can build them up. And then, no, it's probably, I wouldn't know. I just delete them. I'd report them, actually. Imagine people who went for it, and what would it be? Would it be some kind of scam? Of course. They're just trying to promote their own. And there was all these what were they called? WhatsApp or, I don't know, something. Or phone numbers. And I think some of them would have that, more recent ones. But phone numbers you could call. And they would tell you how to fix your problem with narcissistic people. I know how to fix that problem with narcissistic people. Block, delete. Block, delete, or report. Really? I mean, the nerve of some people. But yeah, we all know that there are gullible people out there that would go for stuff like that. I certainly wouldn't. But yeah, maybe if I were young, or maybe new to you don't have to be young. You could be young as in new to this kind of thing. And, the old person that just never heard of something like that. And, but no. I've been online, in other words, let me put it this way. I've been online since 1990. Okay, I have seen enough crap that I don't fall for BS like that. At all. I just don't, But some people who are new, yeah, they might. And they think, oh, this person's really going to help me, and this person that. So I think they do need to be reported so people don't get taken advantage of. For me, that's the thing is, people wanting other people to be, to take advantage of other people or to, put people in bad positions. I must see that video. You must send me that link. Oh my goodness, And there are people who also say this, on different things that they talk, go to for narcissistic abuse support, for survivors of narcissistic abuse. And that the people running it, no matter what it is on, whatever social media, whatever, the people themselves are narcissistic. I have run across that. They are abusive. Not all of them, like I'm saying, but those who are. It's like automatic right there. They pounce. They're getting their little, like some people call supply. They're just getting their thrill. They drew people in just to abuse them. These are trolls that have, some say trolls that have, I used to always say, it's trolls who have channels, trolls who have groups, trolls who have Twitter accounts, whatever it is. Whatever, it doesn't have to be the big ones, it can be the smaller ones. Yeah, but that's all they do is they want to abuse people and they draw them in. Oh, we're a support system, we're a support group, we're a support whatever. No, you're not. But anyway. Okay, and that's just some of, and I'm curious, what about you? I mean, if you feel comfortable talking about it or not. What's the strangest one that you've run across? Strangest thing. I know there's one that, I probably shouldn't say this, maybe trolls are watching and want to revive it. But there was one that was going around about 5-6 years ago, and they were basically insulting like a YouTuber, anywhere they could hear people's voice. And back then, I think it was mainly YouTube. They would, just say things negative about the person's voice. My view on a lot of that is, I just can't wait to see and hear yours. People who want to tell you how you should make your video, and you need a script, or you need this, or you need that. I can't wait to see yours. I have an attitude about this now. Seriously, I do. Because, you know, these are people who've probably never even voice recorded themselves because of whatever. But, yeah. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. So, if you have an opinion or, you know, a nice one, leave it below. Otherwise, block, delete. Talk to you on another video. Bye.